Yeah, I got up on here quick. Yeah, y'all got up on here quick when you saw I said I shouted y'all out, huh? Grand Rising. What's going on? Oh, live beyond 5D. What's happening, family? Man, I need to get up with you though. Ooh, I need to get with you. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Peace, peace. Hey, Candace. Thank you, thank you. Y'all like my band too, Knots, honey? Hey, Misbehaving. Rich Risings. Hey. Supreme Rising. Thank you so much for the compliments. I appreciate you. Peace, peace. Live beyond 5D. We got to get up, fam. We ain't been alive in like eons, but we definitely got to get up. Allah for your soul, brother Jay. You like the band Two Knots? Thank you, Candace. I decided to try something different. And then with the gold. And you guys are going to start seeing me wear a whole lot more gold now. Because it's a higher frequency metal. So I'm actually going to be getting in on the gold. So you're going to start seeing me rock a lot of that now. I was told by my guys, you need to start rocking some gold. Oh, the Black Asian. Hold up. My condolences. Damn. You need it? You need this live? Okay, baby. Looking like we're okay. So, Brother Jay, you already see where I'm going with it. Today is going to be fabulous. Divine timing and synchronicity at its finest. Gold and copper, yes. Gold is my thing, honey. I know it is, girl. You ain't getting the same notion. Listen, if you are royalty, let me explain something to y'all, just in case y'all don't know. All right? A lot of people don't know this. But you know, there's one easy way to tell that you come from a bloodline of royalty. Do you guys know what that is? It's the color of your gums. Okay? So you see the gums here? The blackness at the top? That is a representation that you come from royalty. Okay? You come from cosmic royalty. And you also come from royalty of these lands. So you come from a royal bloodline, for those of you that don't know that. I remember when I was younger, as a kid, and there were, children making fun, say, you got black gums, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 until I found out later on in life that it actually means that you come from royalty. That's the easiest sign. That's why when we travel to other countries and they see us, they always, like Dubai, if you go to Dubai, the people there, they'll see that within you, and they're going to ask you, what Moorish line do you come from? What Moorish royal line do you come from? They check to see if you know who you are, for one, okay? Because they are very familiar. So in other countries, they actually recognize that within you. The United States is the only country that I know of that is disrespectful to any type of indigenous royalty, okay? You didn't know that, did you? Hey, Foreign Waste. Brother, I see ya. That's right. Indigenous, Native American. Boom. Grand Rising, brother. Neo Cosmos in the building. So I wanted to drop that science on y'all and share that piece of information just in case you didn't know. You said you had to go check in the mirror? So for those of y'all that have that, be proud and stand in your cosmic royalty-ness. Okay? And I'm going to tell y'all something else. Y'all going to really start seeing me step out here and shine now, honey. Y'all going to start seeing me wearing crowns on my head and everything, honey. I got to step out here. I got to do it because my spirit is calling me to step into my divine royalness. Okay? And that's what each and every single last one of us should be doing. We should be stepping into our divine royalness. And you guys better be lucky that I ain't got the little face, the little jewelry for the face. My girl ain't here right now who I would get that from, but I got to get some stuff from her. But y'all going to start seeing that too. Okay? But we got to get into a space where we really start stepping into our divine royalty. Step into who we really are. Because for far too long, we've allowed other people outside of us to dictate who we are. They have renamed us, reclassified us, continued to reclassify us. And not one time did we ever step up and say, okay, no, foreigner, you don't get to do that anymore. And that whole story about me being from out of Africa, you don't get to do that either. Okay? Do I have some African ancestry in my bloodline? Yes, I do. That comes from my father's side. Okay? However, that comes from my great-grandfather's side. But what about my great-grandmother's side, who is native indigenous to these lands? What about my grandmother's side, my father's mother? What about her side, who is indigenous, native to these lands? What about all the other bloodlines of my family that are native indigenous to these lands? Okay? What about my mother's side, who's completely on both sides of the family, native indigenous to these lands? Okay? My great-grandmother told me a long time ago, said, child, your ass didn't come from no damn Africa. You from here. And your royalty. So I want you guys to step into who you really are and stop allowing other people outside of you to tell you who you really are. Because the whole point to them putting so much obstacles is so we couldn't rise to power, so we couldn't rise to greatness. Why they wouldn't put that in movies? And so we wouldn't be inspired to rise to greatness. You ever take notice when they put these movies out here, it's always something to try to undercut who we are or limit who we are? Have you noticed that? Well, them days are over. We're in the age of Aquarius. The old programming is gone. That thing done. And so a lot of us are starting to rise to power. A lot of us are starting to have our gifts come online. A lot of us are starting to tap into our aspects. A lot of remembrances are starting to come into play about who we really are as people. So no longer shall we submit to something that we know is beneath us. We are some of the most spiritually gifted and powerful people on the earth. Why? Because either you are an original or you were born from an original. Either way you look at it, you have a bloodline that comes from cosmic royalty. And now it's time for you to step into who you are and remember who you are. Period. Hold your head up high. Be proud of yourself. When you look in the mirror, say, I am divine. I am cosmic royalty. And tell yourself that every single day. Begin to start manifesting the reality that you want. Tell Source you want to create a simulation of just what I said so you can experience the best ever in that the timeline has to offer. But also let Source know I am stepping into my divine royalty. That is the simulation I'm creating for myself. And the people that are operating in my world is going to treat me accordingly. That's how that works. You see, when you're in a simulation, right? When you're creating your simulation, whether consciously or unconsciously, you are creating a simulation. And depending on your thought process, everybody in your world that's in that simulation at that moment is going to treat you according to what you want to project in the simulation. Okay? So imagine if you started actually manifesting within the simulation that you are cosmic divine royalty and you don't want for anything. That's the light bringer. I told you I needed this. Love you. You got me crying. I love you, Isis. Oh, the Black Asian. It's all good. It's all good. So I wanted to give you guys some energy for you to pick up. You know, I wanted you guys to get some good positive energy. Okay? Ibo Shishe. Yes, you are cosmic divine royalty. Listening. Okay, honey. All right. Oh my goodness, girl. Every time you're live, I know I'm about to receive much needed energy. I don't want for anything. Boom! Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do an exercise together with Source. Y'all ready to do an exercise together for Source? And have you noticed that every time I do a live, I'm always doing something with you guys? I'm always doing something with you guys every single time I do a live. And for those of you who did get a chance to check it out, make sure you go to my YouTube channel and go check out the live that I did with Coach Reg B. Okay? The dragons came out for that live and gave a divine dragon activation. So make sure you check that out when you get a chance on my YouTube channel. I am the realest to ever do it. Make sure y'all go check that out. It was a dope live. And you are going to get some dope dragon activations. Woke up on assignment. Hey, shh. You got to chill now. That's my little baby over there. They sure did. The dragons came out in that live, didn't they? You ready, brother? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to end all the simulations where we're going to end all the simulations where we didn't think highly of ourselves. So here's what we're going to do. Let's start there first, okay? Repeat these words after me. Say, Source, I want you to end all simulations where I didn't think highly of myself, that I didn't feel worthy, I didn't feel like I deserved what it was that I was asking for. And so it is. Boom! Now, some of you guys may be feeling an energy shooting through your body. That is a clear sign you've entered the simulation. And for those of you who didn't feel it, it's okay. The simulation still ended. You may need to do some work on your heart space for your feeling to come online. There you go. Did y'all feel that? Now, that is a clear sign that you have been operating in a simulation that you yourself has created. That's how you can tell. Every experience that you have is a simulation because we live in a holographic universe. So that's why we tell you to be mindful of your thoughts. Be careful of the things that you say out of your mouth because you can literally manifest that simulation right in front of you on a subconscious level because you don't realize what you're saying and what you're doing as setting a chain of events. And remember, for those of you that are originals or that have the bloodline of the original, you don't understand how the things that you say affects the collective. You don't understand that when you choose to operate in an unhealed state, how that also affects the collective. Okay? Excuse me, y'all. Now I gotta get my dog. Nope. Leave these people alone. You don't even know how to act. Nope. Now you don't get to see anything now. How about that? No, get. Come on. Pete Cartier in the building. Brother! What's going on? What's going on, fam? A big release was felt. Boom! Exactly. So I came to give you guys some light. I got to run back to work. Says, save this live, please. You know I'm going to, baby. I'm clearing all up out of my solar plexus. Thank you for the reminder, Isis. You are most certainly welcome. I need you guys to remember who you are. Because the way this world is moving right now, there's a lot of craziness that's going on, right? But you guys got to understand, we've been sitting in crap for a very, very long time. And so when you're sitting in crap for a very long time, things become callous over a period of time, right? So then what happens is that when you begin to start removing the calluses, it don't feel too good. It hurts, right? But a lot of you are stepping into a new reality. And this new reality is going to be abundant for most of you. But in order for you to get to that new reality, you're going to have to go through a few changes first because you've been used to being downtrodden beat down. You've been used to that. You've been used to accepting less than what you are. You've been used to that. But not today. We say, starting from today, so repeat my words. Starting from today, it's going to be a new day from here on out. And it's going to be whatever I want it to be. Now, we're going to create a new simulation with Source. Repeat these words after me. Say, Source, I want to create a new simulation, a new reality for myself. And this new simulation, I live a life where I no longer worry. I live a life where I no longer struggle. I live a life where I'm no longer sad. I live a life where I no longer have to watch my back all the time. I live a life where I'm operating in peace in the heart space. I live a life of unconditional love. And so it is. Boom! Now, so it's just creating a new simulation for every single last one of you who said these words out loud. Yes, something is happening to me inside. This is your magic. I'm teaching you how to tap into your inner magic. For those of you who have gotten spiritually attacked, for those of you that are in spiritual warfare, you want to know how you end that? Let me show you the simplest way you end that and shut that shit down forever. For those of you that's been suffering from spiritual attacks, this is how you do it. I'm giving you some tools. I'm dropping some science. Make sure y'all come support me over at IsisWisdom.com. Become a member. Download the app. The app is free. But this is how you do it. It's a real simple thing. You simply say, Source, I want you to end the simulation of all spiritual attacks from enemies, seen and unseen, known and unknown. Witchcraft, root work, evil eye, and all of those simulations. And for those of you that got businesses, you can say that for your businesses too. And also anybody trying to sabotage me or stop me from progressing or getting to where I got to go. All that got to go, Source. Shut all that simulation down. And so it is. Boom! Just play the video back, baby. Because I don't want to repeat it twice. Just play the video back. The video, y'all can take this video and send it out far and wide for anybody who suffers from these things. Just simply listen to the video and play it back. That's why I'm recording these things and I'm teaching you some things right now. I'm giving you a couple freebies out here. Okay? I say, why? Much love to you. I know you feel light. Isn't that crazy? And also, that should tell you something. If you feel light, that means somebody was doing something to you that they ain't had no business doing. Kenyatta Christina, you're welcome. Racine Bay, what's going on, fam? It was a gift. That is correct. Mama just likes to like to give the gift that just keeps on giving now. Now listen. There is a great split and a great divide that's taking place amongst the collective right now. And I want you guys to really hear me because this is important. You have a lot of forces out here that are trying their damnedest to continue to separate. My biggest concern is my own community at this time. Humanity in general, the collective in general, but the community that I know, that I grew up in, there has been a lot of infiltration that has taken place within our community. A lot of division. A lot of people making bad choices. A lot of people making bad decisions. A lot of people operating in their unhealed states. Some of you, or a lot of you, may have suffered betrayal. And I talked about this in my 2024 predictions, which is so crazy to me because when I sit back and I reflect back on the predictions that I gave, the 2024 predictions, go to my YouTube channel and listen to that. I talked about betrayal. I talked about people becoming very cruel. I talked about these things. Betrayal amongst the family, amongst family members, amongst friends, people that you're very close to. I know that a lot of y'all have suffered from that this year. Being talked about behind your back. And you don't even know why this is being done. People trying to railroad you. People trying to take what you have. People trying to covet what you have. And not put any work. People claiming things. People trying to gather a bunch of people around to move against you. Let me tell you something about that, babies. You see, when you're operating in the divine and you're operating in your purpose, it don't matter who out here outside of you is having an issue with you. It makes no difference because nothing is going to stop you. Why? Because you are protected by the divine, Most High. You are protected from source. When you are in that space, you are an innocent. You're not out here causing problems for folks. You show love to the people around you. They can't do nothing to you but what you allow here. And sooner or later, as you continue to keep moving forward on the journey that was set out for you, and you leave those people behind, because you know we're in the 2024 karmic year. That karma comes back around and smacks folks in the face. There's folks right now that I know right now that's getting their asses whooped and don't even know they're in the damn karma based upon their actions. And I'm going to touch on karma. I'm going to touch on this for a minute because there's a lot of people that don't have a full understanding about what karma is or how it actually works. And you guys have heard me talk about karma for a long time. That's because I work with the spirit or the principality of karma. I can have a conversation with that principality. Okay? And depending on your rank, karma is going to move fast on folks. Depending on who you are. Depending on what your role and your responsibilities and what you got to do on behalf of the collective and for yourself and for your ancestral bloodline. You see, the Most High don't play about me, honey. Source does not play about me at all. A few people had to find that out the hard way while I'm chilling. And that's the way you got to carry it when your heart is in the right place. You can do these simple things. If you can't discern the people around you, let me go ahead and give you some tips of what you could do to help you discern better. Simply call on your divine, benevolent ancestors, those that have their highest and greatest good, and tell them, I need you to pull down the mask of everybody around me so I can see who is for me and who is not. And watch what happens. That's a form of protection for you. Because nobody has time to be playing these stupid ass games out here that the unhealed is playing with folk. Nobody has time for that. So just simply ask your ancestors to take the masks off. And then you'll be able to see who was for you and who was not. I got a chance to see that as plain as day. Because to see it, the thing about people that are disingenuous, they hide themselves. They put a mask on, pretending that they're about this and pretending that they're about that. But now they're exposing themselves. Okay? Karma is messing a lot of people up. Okay? It's messing a lot of people up. And there are people running around here that, you know there's people out here that don't even believe in karma, but they getting their asses whooped and don't know why they're getting their asses whipped. You got folks out here that are like, oh, I'm just having a rough patch. No, you're getting your ass whooped because of karma. Actions that you've taken against another. Actions that you've taken against a divine. Actions that you've taken against an earth angel. Because there's a lot of earth angels in the building. For all my earth angels, put a 222 up for all the earth angels in the building. All the earth angels in the building, put a 222 up for the earth angels in the building. I'm letting y'all know this right now. Y'all got to know you got whole courts out here that protect you. Whole courts out here to protect you. All you have to do is call down those courts. You say, my angelic court, come down. Because I need protection from my enemies, seen and unseen, known and unknown. I got a problem. Okay? And watch how fast that situation gets rectified. You have to have your protections up more now than ever, babies, because of the split. Because there are energies and forces out here that's trying to get you in a whole different direction. There are people that you used to rock with that decide to go in a different direction that are mad at you because you're vibrating higher and you're attracting other like-minded people and they can't mess with that frequency. Nurakia na kura makati chia moku tani akata na katia ko turo mokia shina koro. Pariaki na kianu mokudua. Makati na koto. Sure amia katia te kotu ko ba. Nata ko tutua makia te kina koto o. Na pogora paketika. Su no mokuria mia shikina kia toro ko makia ni katara koto ko ona makati. Proko mokodaki shina rugora makati ni katia kodora makata. I'm talking to your higher self. Boom, boom. Mama kia na kashina kuna mia katene ya kia chikina pukuru wa kia ni akata. Burukina kia ni pukuru wa makatene ya kia chikina pukuru wa ka. For those of you that have the ability to speak light language, start speaking it on a regular basis. So you can call in them higher frequency beings. You see, I'm going to share some things with y'all. And you guys have to understand what this is, what you're looking at, and what you are experiencing. So you don't put yourself back in a trap and fall back into the same traps that you may have been falling in for quite some time because you're in your heart space. Individuals that are not actively healing do not have the capacity to hold the energy of somebody that is. I'm going to say this again to make sure you're clear about what I'm saying to you. Anyone who is not actively healing does not have the capacity to hold the energy of someone that is actively healing. So for those of you who are not actively healing and you saw good people walk out of your life, it's because you do not possess the frequency to be able to hold that energy. So those people got to keep moving and you fall to the wayside. And for those of you that are actively healing, those people are going to automatically fall out. And I'm going to tell you something. It doesn't feel good when it happens, but you have to understand they don't have the capacity to hold your frequency anymore. Don't go back and try to reconnect with that energy again. The energies are not matching. And all they're going to do is do everything in their power to see if they can bring your frequency down. Your frequency is the protection for you. So don't go back and forth trying to run to that. Leave it alone. And let them vibrate right on up out of here, baby. And really, you're the one vibrating out of their life. I'm just keeping a buck. So you got some people that talk, but ain't about that walk. You see, let me tell you what unhealed people do. They jealous, angry. They want to control others. They talk about you behind your back. They're miserable as hell. They find fault in everything that you do. What I'm realizing is that nigga got shit to do with me. That's got everything to do with you. And there's something about my reflection that rubs you the wrong way. In which case, it ain't about the other person. It's about you and your unhealed states and what you don't like about yourself, babies. So I don't give a damn who sits around and talks their breath and all that. Because first of all, don't nobody out here know me like that. Ask any of the people that's had a conversation with me, say, have you ever been to Isis house? Have you ever met her family? Have you met her? Or is this some internet shit? Go on and ask them and see what they tell you. Mook dog, boom, boom. You are talking about yourself. That's how it works. These are the things that you have to look at. If you're operating in a low vibrational frequency, you're not going to be able to hold on to someone who's rocking higher than you. It's not going to happen. And you are going to reveal yourself. You're going to reveal your hand because you cannot withstand the frequency. You've got no choice but to reveal the hand. You ain't got no choice. One or two things is going to happen. You're either going to reveal your hand or you're going to fade to black. And everybody who's siding with you are vibrating at the same frequency as you, in which case they asses can get the hell on up out of here too. You don't want no trash around you that's not vibrating on a higher frequency, y'all. Let them niggas be mad. And you keep glowing and you keep shining. You see this gold up here, babies? You see that shine? You see my copper color skin? You see that shine? Because I'm shining, baby. And I'm flying, baby. And I'm happy, baby. I don't have time. You see, the real ones, y'all like to call them the chosen ones. Okay? So I'm going to entertain you just for a little bit about this. I really don't like that term, chosen ones. I don't like that. But I know you guys are going to be able to understand, and I do understand where you guys are coming from. But let me tell you something that a chosen one should not or does not do. A chosen one understands they work for the divine. They are the divine. That's number one. A chosen one doesn't gossip. A chosen one doesn't cause division. A chosen one doesn't go out here and try to stop somebody from shining. A chosen one is comfortable with who they are. A chosen one doesn't wear a mask. A chosen one doesn't go out here and cause disruption. A chosen one doesn't do any of that type of stuff. A chosen one operates from their heart space. A chosen one knows how to give compassion to another. If you're quote unquote a chosen one doesn't even have the time to even be around the energy of gossip, because people who do that don't have a damn thing going for themselves. And I mean nothing of any substance or value. You can easily walk away from a person that's on that type of time. I don't care if they're millionaires. You can easily walk away from a person like that because they really hold no spiritual values. They have no moral values. That isn't going to last very long. So if you call yourself, quote unquote, a chosen one, I'm going to need the quote unquote chosen ones to step into your true role, please. Because if you chosen, ain't no way in the hell you going out here causing havoc within the community, honey. Talking about you a chosen one. And I don't know who chose you, baby. But I'm just letting you know. I don't know who chose you. But if you chose yourself, then step into the role and act accordingly. Because see, people are seeing that. People are seeing your actions. People are seeing how you're moving. And fake people don't respect other fake people. I'm going to tell you that right now. They're going to ride with you for a minute. They're going to ride with you for a minute until it no longer benefits them. And once they see that it no longer benefits them, oh, then they up out of there. Grand Rising, Grand Rising. What up, Reggie King? The art of magnetism. Boom. Shouts out to all the people who is at work that's chiming into me. Shouts out to y'all. Shouts out to y'all for coming in and checking on me while you're at work. I appreciate you. Oh, you become their enemy instantly. You become their enemy because you are on the righteous moral path. You're their enemy because your light shines brighter than theirs. You're their enemy because you chose not to go down the same path as them. You're their enemy because you chose not to get caught up in that split and that divide. I don't like them. Okay, cool. Well, if you don't like me, stop watching my lives, stop watching my Instagram, keep my name out your mouth. Because see, as you go around, you keep running your chops on my name, the more you keep doing that, the worse it's going to become for you. It's going to become 10 times worse. Because see, I'm going to tell you something about karma. Karma is no respecter, has no greater respect of people. And karma going to keep on beating your ass like she's beating your ass right now. Keep running your chops. Keep running your chops while you're trying to figure out how you're going to build your following and can't. Keep running your chops while you see you ain't making no money. Keep running your chops because you don't want to come correct and take accountability and responsibility for the actions that you took. And until you do such, you are going to continue to suffer. That's how karma works, babies. See, with karma, the secret to shutting that down is for you to take accountability, for you to apologize and right the wrongs that you did. Not, oh, I know I did wrong, but I'm going to still try to justify it, my actions, even though I know I did wrong. And then you keep on getting your ass whooped. You must like your ass whooped. You must like abuse, self-inflicted abuse. For those of you who are tired of getting your ass whooped, you better sit back and think about how you treated people and go back and correct those wrongs. Go back and apologize for what you did. Because until you do that, you're going to keep on getting your ass whooped. You're going to keep on sitting in your bullshit. You're going to keep sitting in it. That's what karma does. It's designed to break you down where you lose everything. Everything. Sometimes people got to go through the redemption process. The redemption process is when the universe strips everything away from you. Everything away from you. Some of you guys are in danger of losing your children playing these dumbass games out here. It's designed to have you lose everything until you come correct. That's karma. You see, karma is the biggest judgment. The ultimate sentencer. Because see, your sentence, when karma comes back around, karma's like, oh, you did this, this, and this. Okay, yeah, I'm going to give you everything that you did to this individual, and then I'm going to maximize it times 5. And you're going to sit in that until you come correct. And you will not prosper. You will not win at anything. You will lose the ones that you were trying to be in a great relationship, that blessing that came. Goodbye. Every single blessing that's supposed to come your way will be derailed and go to the next person. And you don't have nobody to blame but yourself. So for some of y'all that are having these hardships, I want you to think about how you treated people. I want you to think about how you communicated people. I want you to think about the things you said about another. I want you to think about that. I'm giving you some jewels on how to clean that shit up. You take accountability, you take responsibility, you give a sincere apology, and then go do your damn shadow work. Because it's still going to sit on you a little bit until you get to doing your shadow work, until you actually get to healing. Because only people that are operating in unhealed states have that kind of time. Meanwhile, the niggas in 5D and up, we're over here doing stuff to help the collective. We're out here getting the message spread out there. We're out here doing the real work and not concerned about those who got the small minds. We're not concerned about that. Small-minded people don't have the ability to hold the capacity of nothing that's great or nothing that's divine. You got to expand your consciousness. If you're expanding your consciousness, you ain't got time to have those type of conversations. If you're expanding your consciousness, you already know what it is you got to do. That's the only thing you have time for. Because you're so damn busy, you don't have time for nothing else. And sometimes it be your family, fam, that could turn on you. Sometimes they be the, and let me tell you something. These forces out here will use your loved ones against you in a heartbeat. Repentance equals healing karma. Boom. To heal is to hold a space of understanding for yourself. Boom. Shadow work equals accountability. Boom. It's time for y'all to start releasing those emotions and all that dark stuff in your heart space. I'm going to tell you something, fam. If you don't do that, it's too easy for you to be infiltrated and you're too easily to be swayed. Someone can come tell your ass something and you just going to fall for that shit like the damn, you just going to fall for that and you're going to blow the other way. And see, what I realized about the collective, there's so many people within the collective that don't know who they are. And they're looking for somebody outside of them to tell them who they are. But the only reason why you don't know who you are is because you got too much hurt and pain that you're carrying around here. You see, what happens is when you're doing the shadow work and you're actually doing the healing, you begin to start peeling the layers of the mask that you created for yourself to try to fit in with everybody else, knowing damn well that's not your authentic self. You know why people take pills? You know why people in the music industry take drugs and things like that? Because they cannot be authentically themselves. They have somebody outside of them that's controlling them and telling them, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do that. And they made a choice to go against their morals, go against their soul, go against their being, go against everything that they are, the fabric of who they are for the sake of money. But those are some of the most miserable people you ever meet on this planet. They're miserable. They're not happy. I'm not saying that money's a bad thing. That's not what I'm saying, because there are people out there that got their shit together that are very prosperous and very wealthy and are doing their thing because they deserve that for the work that they put in. I'm saying the individuals who wanted to get quick fast, the individuals who wanted to do a deal to get it quick instead of doing the gradual work that it takes to get there. So nobody wants to do the gradual work. Some of you guys out here faking, talking about you a master teacher, and you ain't mastered nothing. You ain't even mastered yourself, talking about you a master teacher. How the hell you a master teacher and you ain't mastered self? What accolades do you have? What is your actual library looking like? How can they go and look at your videos and see the work that you put in over a period of time? Or books you may have read? Or you written? What work have you put in? What do you have to show for yourself, master teacher? This is where we're going, y'all. We are now entering to the age of authenticity. People are reading people very carefully now. You can tell when a person's being authentic and when they're not. I want you guys to keep this in mind. We're getting to a point where either you're going to heal and continue on to the 5D and up, or you're going to fall and take your asses right back in that matrix. And you're going to go on the other side of that split. That's it. You can do what you want to do. But just don't be tripping when certain individuals walk out of your life. You don't get to have both because you're not deserving. You don't get to be running around in unhealed spaces and you got someone who's actively healing that can clearly see that you need some help, that can clearly see you got darkness in your heart, that can clearly see you got jealousy in your heart, that can clearly see you got envy in your heart. Ain't nobody in their right mind that's vibrating on a certain frequency going to mess around with that energy. They're going to get the hell on. You see, a person that's healed. And fellas, ladies and gentlemen, let me be clear about something before I get off this live. Fellas, if you come across a woman that's actively healing, don't play in her face. Because she's going to see that you're not healing. She's going to see that. And you think that you can play them same dumbass, silly ass games you did with all the rest of them hoes you've been dealing with. But once she sees that within you, she's gone and ain't coming back. Vice versa. Ladies, be clear about what I'm saying to you right now. You can play these games out here if you want to. Think your coochie's all that. Think your looks is all that. But you ain't got shit else going for you but your looks. I mean, if you really want to get down, get down. What other value are you adding to the table besides that? What value are you adding to the table besides that? Because an actively healing man is going to see that for what it is and see you in your unhealed state. And he's going to exit stage left. And he's going to go and look for somebody that's on his level. He's not going to waste his time with you. Don't be out here playing with actively healed folks. You're going to get your feelings hurt. They're not going to be the ones that's going to stick around and put up with your mommy issues or your daddy issues. No one has time for that. Because that's shit you should have had together a long time ago. Ladies, don't be out here trying to mother these men. And fellas, don't be out here trying to father these women. It ain't your responsibility to do that. They're supposed to heal them. Them folks are supposed to heal themselves. Don't waste no time, man. You ain't got to listen. The times we're in right now, we don't have time. Do you understand there's no time to waste? There's no time. Some of y'all are going to have to make a decision about what side of the fence you want to play on. Because ain't no such thing as straddling the fence. Talking about, I got one foot on this side. I got another foot on this side. I'm letting y'all know right now that doesn't exist. And you're going to mess around and you're going to lose everything. Be careful what you ask for. If you know you're not actively healing and you say that this is the kind of man that you want, ladies, and you know you ain't out here actively healing, leave that man alone. Leave the man alone because you don't have the capacity to hold the space for him. Leave him alone and go get your shit together because you're going to lose him anyway. Vice versa. Males, men, if you see a sister out here that got herself together, and you're manifesting and asking for this woman to come into your life, and then she comes, pay attention when she tells you that she's actively healing. And think twice before playing with her. Because she's going to give you a little bit of time. But once she really sees what you're really about, peace. Get away from the window. That's all I came to say, honeys. That's all I came to say today. I had to get that off my chest today. I thank you so much for coming on board and listening to my live. Make sure you log on to my website, IsisWisdom.com. Get your butt away from the window. Stop terrorizing these damn people out here. Let these people walk in peace, child. Come here. Come here. Say hi to my booby. Say hi. Say hi there. Those of you that know my dog, that's my baby right there. That's Sweetie. Hey, baby. Don't be out here chasing them people. All right, y'all. It's been nice. I'll see y'all later. Peace out.